Yeah, certainly we need to obviously get back in. We saw some signs of improvement from game 1 to game 2, and a big key was to keep improving, and we certainly did that tonight. Batting first on a wicket we weren't quite sure what it was going to do, and thought the way Finchy started was outstanding, and gave us, I suppose, a start that we could go on with, and and then we fought hard with the ball, which was outstanding.
What was the approach when you guys got put in? Was there much spoken about early about past scores or anything, or just sort of see how it goes in there?
No, not really. It was just, I suppose, every batter, once they get out there, trying to adjust the conditions, and I suppose going out there in the middle overs it was probably a little bit difficult to start. It was harder to sort of read the way the ball was coming off the pitch, and I think we probably saw that from both teams. The first few balls that you're out there, it was quite difficult to time the ball consistently. And yeah, once you get into the innings, obviously it becomes a bit easier, but it was just those initial first few balls that while you're out there. And I suppose what we were lucky with, we were able to take wickets pretty consistently and always have someone starting again, which was nice.
Just on that, obviously you're going to be here for the next 2 games on the same pitches. Do you think it'll change at all, or will it get a bit harder or a bit easier?
I'd say there's going to be some wear and tear at some stage. It's a drop-in, so we've had a bit of experience with that in Australia. A few of our drop-ins around the country, and they do. If you do play on them a couple of times in a row, especially with the women playing before us as well, for the 2 games, it's gonna eventually wear down, and it'll be interesting to see what it's like come Sunday Arvo. But yeah, hopefully for us it gets a little bit more clean and sort of gets that sort of skid on with the pace we've got. Obviously, there's a guy next to me, and he can start to really rattle some cages.
What does it mean for the team when the skipper, who's been under pressure for a long time, makes runs?
Yeah, I don't think he's been under pressure in our change room. I think that's one thing we've always been really good, I suppose, with our players is he's probably never felt any pressure from inside the room. Everyone backs him 100%. His record speaks for itself. He's still one of the top 5 batters in the world in this format. So he's got the highest score in international T20 cricket as well. He's done plenty enough to warrant a few tickets in the bank, and that was always going to come. He was always going to get runs because he's too good of a player to keep down. Yeah, he might not have got the runs that he wanted in the Big Bash, but he's been hitting the ball so well in training, practice games. He's looked so good for us, and I think every player in the change room knew that eventually it was going to change. So when you got that confidence throughout your team, and I hope Finchy feels that as well, yeah, it was inevitable that he was going to go off at some stage.
How do you set Nish for 28 was one of the ages? Not even a question, just a comment.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I think Martin Guptill said something at a point about that he'd like this one, that he's going to tweet about it later, which I sort of giggled at, and I sort of nodded to him. I said, yeah, he probably would if he got me out. So yeah, I suppose being good mates, it was nice to sort of get a hold of him. I couldn't lay bat on him in his first over, so to be fair, I should hit him. I faced him so many times during the IPL, and we trained together basically every day. So yeah, it was good fun, but luckily enough, we were on the winning side today.
Just to bring you in, Marty, how was that for you as an experience?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to finally be over, I suppose. A bit of a relief. Yeah, obviously really nervous beforehand. Most of the day I was probably, playing it all out of my mind, and thought about that first ball about 1,000 times. So it was nice to just get on the pitch and get in a decent area and then go from there. But yeah, it was nice to get a couple of wickets and contribute to a win as well.
You played it through your mind. Did you imagine getting Williamson plumb in front?
Not really. Yeah, that was a bit cherry on the top, really. Obviously a big wicket as well in the concept of the game. So yeah, obviously really happy with that one.
Obviously for maybe Kiwis who don't watch too much PBR, you might be a new name, new face, but you're obviously bowling up there around the 150. I think it was one ball over 150. Sort of, what are you maxing out at the moment? Where did we see your quickest there tonight?
Don't know, to be honest. Always try and hover around 150 in the Big Bash, so hopefully I've still got a couple of kilometres to bump it up, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
How quick is it?
Yeah, he's no fun. He hit me a couple of times during the practice game we played, and I had to give him a little word off the side, just keep it away from me, please. And he's been he's been better in the nets. He's actually kept it away from me and just got it through the keeper, which has been nice. But no, he's horrible to face. Game, nets, practice games, doesn't matter. But it's when you got a weapon like that in your team, and the way Finchie used him, I thought was brilliant tonight. Was able to use him as an impact player at different stages, give him the new ball, see if there was any shape, and I think Riley's biggest strength, he's able to actually swing the ball at high speeds as well. So once he does get that new ball in his hand, he's able to shape it away. It's pretty scary.
Riley, you've got an incredible backup in Shane Moore. Tonight he's called for you to go straight to the test side. How does that all wash you when you just play the first match internationally?
Don't know, to be honest. Pretty used to it by now, to be fair. But yeah, obviously it's great to have the backing of, Test greats and, greats of Australian cricket. And, if they're seeing something in you, it's always an upside for you. So, yeah, pretty confident.
Did George Bailey give you captains today?
Yeah, he did present it. So.
Can you share a bit of what he might have said?
Just a bit about my journey, really. Obviously, we play at the same state side and same BBL club. So, I've played with George for the last 4 or so years. And yeah, we're really good mates and really close. So, it's just around the journey and what I've been doing to get here and that sort of thing. So, that was really nice.
Thanks. So just a word on Ashton's performance tonight. Obviously, he struggled for wickets in those first couple, but explodes with 6 tonight.
Yeah, I suppose he hadn't played much cricket, I think, since his injury. So took a bit, I suppose, getting back into it. But, geez, he bowled brilliantly tonight, especially to a couple of left-handers who are in very good nick. Devon Conway, obviously, in unbelievable touch. He went for a few boundaries in his first over, but the way he fought back is a sign, I think, of his maturity, I suppose, as a bowler at international level, not just as a bowler, but the way he's able to sort of fight back from that, figure out ways to get players out, is a real credit to him. And he was our T20 Player of the Year last year, and the fact that he started this year so well is great upside for Australian cricket because he gives our team great balance. Also having a left-hander, I suppose, around that number 7 mark, he can clear the ropes. He's an absolute weapon in the field as well. So he's a brilliant package, and he was just able to control the game. As I said, if you get wickets, it's really hard to start straight away. And yeah, it was brilliant what he did tonight.
Just one more point to you, Max. You've broken a seat tonight with one of your sixes. Sky Stadium are going to put up for auction with proceeds going to Wellington Homeless Women's Trust. So, keen to make a bid or?
A bid? I'll make a donation and an apology for breaking a seat. I hadn't hit too many in the middle, so I was happy just to get it over the fence. So that was fine.
Just one question on the sort of maybe the psychological impact of winning this game. Obviously 2-0 down, New Zealand could have won the series tonight. The fact that you've won in the manner that you've won, does this give you, an even greater edge now going into the 4th one? And are you confident that almost in your mind you're possibly even favourites now that it's the same venue 3 times?
Yeah, as I said, I think the momentum that we built from the last game, we were so close, and with 3 overs to go, we were probably heading in the right direction to win. And it only took, I suppose, a couple of balls for that to all to change. But we felt like we played a lot better cricket game too, and tonight was outstanding. We were able to control the scoreboard. We weren't too unhappy with the way we bowled in the power play. They played some really good cricket, but we knew they were going to come hard. But the way we sort of stopped that and were able to control through those middle overs where we'd probably lacked. I think New Zealand really targeted us from 7 to 15 in the last couple of games and made us pay. And the way we fought back from that and I suppose worked on our mistakes from the last couple of games showed in tonight's result. But it's nice to have momentum going into the last 2 games, and this is a series we really want to win. It's always great competition against the Kiwis, and tonight hopefully is a step forward to winning the series.